Hello, 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 Nori here. Welcome back to Love and Deep Space. After that very horrendous, disastrous wishing spell, I'm back. uh, it ruined my mood because I saved so much of those Empyrean wishes. Probably not as much,
No need to be
but
scared.
I'd saved.
I'll give you a heads up before I touch you. Like right now, for instance.
Silas? Not the best time, Silas. Not the best time. Save this up for some other time, but like, I'm already pissed because of those horrible wishes. They went so bad. So bad. Oh my god. Worst pulls of this game. Worst pulls I've pulled on this round. But yeah, I was thinking that, instead of going to the story and doing Zayne's branch, which I was doing, I'd stop and I'd
The
go.
oranges disappeared from the table. Really? You don't know? But your fingers smell just like them.
Silas, shut up for a minute, okay? I'm trying to talk here. Thank you. So, instead of doing Zayne's branch, which I did halfway, actually it's not even halfway, it's just I did 3 of 3 chapters and I need to do 4th and I don't know how many more there are left. Instead of doing that, I thought, you know what, I'll just skip and I'll go finish Caleb and I'll do that. But there
No need
was
to
a
be scared. I'll give you a heads up before I touch you. Like right now.
Silas,
for
this is not
instance.
the time. Read the room. I am pissed right now. Oh. I will leave. I will leave the screen if you keep doing this. I guess Silas knows. Silas knows that I'm pissed. And it's not a good time. But I don't know why he keeps doing that. So, yeah, so the dialogue box kind of prompted me that, hey, do you really want to? Because you might miss things out of context. And I'm like,
The heartless are the most faithful.
Silas, shut up. And I was like, oh, you were really forcing me to go through the whole branch, huh? I guess that's what we'll be doing. I want to get over with Zayne's branch and just go finally find Caleb. Because I've had enough. Please tell me that we have only 8 branches left, because this will be a lot to me. A lot for me. The flight takes several hours. Eventually, the plane lands in Changsha Airport. Boarding the shuttle sent by Changsha Hospital, the medical team immediately heads to their destination. The chief of surgery, his hair already starting to gray, exchanges pleasantries with Zayne before quickly delving into a discussion about the patient.
They're on ECMO. After the open heart surgery, adhesions began to develop. And this morning, we saw the crystals spreading. They're very close to the lungs now.
Then we'll have to perform surgery as soon as possible.
Zayne quickly flips through the patient's medical record while putting marks on the paper.
Crystal extraction is already a complex procedure. Those adhesions, we're worried the patient won't be in a stable condition while under anesthesia.
This is our only option. We must perform the surgery. Let's reassess the patient's health and proceed once his physical condition allows it.
A few hours later, the surgical lights are turned on in the operating room. The rhythmic sounds of medical equipment reverberate. Led by Zayne, a team of medical staff focuses on the surgery at hand. The observation room is filled with people and their gazes are fixed on a large screen. On it, a pair of hands uses a scalpel to meticulously remove tiny crystals.
Clear the view.
Zayne in hospital gown, and never thought I'd see Zayne looking like this, but like, nice. Don't know why I said nice. I think it's because I'm not used to seeing Zayne. I mean, look at him. Like, you can actually see his forehead. It's not like it's not like you couldn't see his forehead, it's just that you couldn't like fully see his forehead without the hair coming in between. Kind of want to see him wearing a headband now. Like, I'm very curious what he looks like wearing a headband. I'm in a completely crazy mood today, so don't mind me. After ensuring there's no unusual activity, I make my way to the glass. I'm sorry, I'm unable to take myself seriously at the moment.
Dr. Zayne is brave for taking on such a risky case.
Captain Willow.
We meet again.
During my previous visit to Chansha City, we worked together. After exchanging formalities, she shows me the updated data. In a matter of seconds, the record of a wanderer's recent activities appears on my watch's built-in 3D map. It managed to traverse the entire city in 5 minutes. I've never seen a wanderer move that fast before. Captain Jenna said there's no clear image of the wanderer yet. Do you have any new leads?
We did some comparisons. Aside from the protocurves not aligning, the Wanderer closely resembles Mist.
Oh, the Mist was such a horrible wanderer to fight. I hated him. I hated that monster with like every fiber of my being. Like, that was the shittiest wanderer to fight. But if you look at all the data, the traits this wanderer exhibits are different from the Mists I've seen.
Yeah. I don't know what got into it, and how it managed to hide so well.
Perhaps the ether core made it mutate or something. Suddenly, discussions erupt next to us. It draws my and Willow's attention to the screen. A scale-like tiny crystal is slowly being peeled away from the edge of a blood vessel.
Surgeons have some steady hands, huh?
That crystal! It's exactly like the ones on the monsters in the N109 zone. Where I've never seen the monsters in N109 zone. At least the one that she was talking about. They don't show, they're like, hey, a bunch of monsters, you don't get to see them. They're just there. You know, it'd be kind of cool if we saw the Wanderers getting like animated. I think we did see something like that in Xavier's. Of course we did. Okay, yeah, we did see that. But like, I wanted a more, you know, battleground feel to it. So yeah. Zayne must have noticed it too. Regaining my composure, I immediately look at him. Under the surgical cap, his eyes remain... What is wrong with me today? Eyes remain calm and focused. He continues with the procedure until the crystal is placed onto the surgical tray.
Does it look alright on the ultrasound? Yes, it came up. Any bleeding? No. Let's wrap it up.
His eyes are sharp. Applause erupts throughout the observation room and relief washes over me. However, I feel a strange, unusual tremor in my chest. Something is rapidly expanding. Metaflux! The alarm from the flux stabilizer resounds through the entire operating room. Captain Willow and I exchange a look and immediately get to work. She starts evacuating the spectators while I run to the intercom. Zayne, a wanderer is about to appear. You need to move.
Dr. Zayne, the patient's blood pressure is dropping.
Grayson! Look at Grayson's eyes pop out. I'm going to be a Grayson fan, okay? Don't mind me. I'm going to be a whole Grayson fan. But look at his eyes pop out of his glasses. Dude, Grayson, why aren't you real? Please become the 6th ally, Grayson. I will pay. I will pay for you. I will pay. I will relinquish my status of an F2P player and become a dolphin, or no, dolphin is way too much. I will become a fish, okay? A shrimp maybe. But I will become a fish. I will become an anchovy instead of a dolphin or whale. For you, Grayson, just for you, just for these eyes are popping out of the glasses.
Increase the adrenaline to 0.1 micrograms.
Ooh. The alarm becomes louder. I immediately pull out my gun and aim at the area where the... Why am I laughing? I am in such a weird mood today. Oof, I can't stop laughing. I can't stop making jokes. The situation is so serious. With what I'm reading right now, the situation is so serious, and I'm like, ha ha ha. But honestly, this is what happens sometimes with me. I'm telling you guys, the wish was so bad. It disrupted my mind. It was so bad. Maybe a wanderer, sneaked in and wrecked my wishes. Whatever it is. But yeah, I'm in a wacky mood today. So don't mind me. I'm not gonna be serious. I'm not gonna be serious today. I'm not reading this. I'll stop laughing about this. I will start laughing. Dude, what is wrong with me?
The patient's vitals are unstable. Moving them isn't feasible right now.
Why am I laughing? I can't take this shit seriously. If my friend watches this video, which I don't know if she will, hopefully, she's she's going to laugh as well, because she'd be like, "What is wrong with you today?" I was like, "I don't know." Well, she would have expected it.
Suppress the accumulating metaflux with your evil.
I'll do my best.
Give me 5 minutes. Let's continue.
That was so hard for me to get through. I wanted to laugh so much. I have no idea why that was. But okay. Okay. Using my Evol and Flux stabilizer, I successfully buy the necessary time for Zayne to finish suturing. When the surgery ends, the metaflux suddenly dissipates as if what happened earlier was an illusion. Other medical staff will handle the follow-up procedure. I change out of my sterile suit. Just as I'm catching my breath, Zayne pulls me into a lounge where no one's around.
Give me your left hand. I'll do a quick evil examination.
Zayne sets down a metal tray, picks up a cotton ball soaked in medicine, and begins to disinfect my hand. I'm fine. I might have overdone it, but my use of Evol is better than before.
While that is how you feel, I suggest waiting for the results and listening to what your primary care physician has to say. Also.
Yes. Yes. Dr. Zayne, what is it? A cool sensation emanates from the palm of my hand as he holds my fingers. He applies patches to each one. Are you
You
smiling?
should be well aware that the metaflux earlier wasn't something an ordinary wanderer could generate.
The fact that he gives like 0.0 second worth of a smile and you're like, can you keep that for a while?
Don't tell me you actually believed I thought you were a hunter escort whose sole purpose is to protect us.
Of course, you and Dr. Noah have known about the existence of ether cores for a while now. Straightening my posture, I start thinking. You noticed it during the surgery, right? That crystal was very similar to the sample I gave you. I'm almost 100% sure the wanderer that attacked this patient is related to the ether core. It's possible the ether core made those monsters in the N109 zone transform into their current state.
Not necessarily.
The examination machine beeps. Zayne what is wrong with me? Observes the fluctuating numbers displayed on the screen as he continues to speak.
The ether core shouldn't be what's causing the mutations. Your heart's integration with one is a perfect example.
Okay.
Given the extent of the mutation you've described, I'm more inclined to believe that someone attempted to be smart, but ended up failing in the process.
So this wasn't actually a wanderer, and it was someone in the guise of a wanderer. Like, I have more questions than answers, and I'm not even going to try. Okay, so I wasn't entirely wrong.
I'm merely speculating. Don't forget, in this world, many forces covet the ether core. You haven't met all of them yet.
I just imagine Zayne without the mask and his forehead all like open. I was like, okay, we should have that. We should have that look. Like, I wonder if they're going to have like, you know, a fashion accessory where you can wear like a backward, like wear your cap backwards, so you know your forehead kind of shows. I would like to see that. Or he could wear a beanie. That also works. Sir,
All
the
is well.
0.6 second smile is back. You can smile for longer, you know. I'm sure there's no tax for it. In the quiet room, the second hand of the clock wall moves quietly, plucking the faint light enveloping us. I can't help but yawn. I told you I was fine. If I have to say there's a problem, then I'm feeling a little tired now.
Watching a surgery must have been boring.
Not at all. It's actually my first time seeing you perform surgery. You looked cool. Taking a paper bag from the table, he settles on one side of the couch. He grabs a sandwich and pulls it apart with his clean hands.
The hospital cafeteria is closed. We'll have to make do with what's available to us.
While the chaos has subsided, the persistent scent of disinfectant lingers in my nostril. While my body is tired, my mind is still excited. I decided to direct my excess energy to the surgeon himself. Weren't you listening to me before? Someone said that you learned to accept compliments from others. There we go.
I accept your compliment.
Wow, that was a smile that lasted like 10 seconds. The sandwich bread is already flat and no longer looks appetizing. With the finesse of a seasoned chef, Zayne lifts the bread and removes the greasy bacon. He then proceeds to discard the wilted lettuce, leaving only The ham slices, red cabbage, and shredded pork that have withstood the test of time. Yeah, that does not look like an appetizing thing I would like to eat. MC, we can do better. This is not better. Zayne, we can do better, okay? I expected better. I expect a gourmet meal after doing all that nonsense. Today will be very memorable for me. Not only did I see you perform surgery for the first time, but I also had the privilege of observing a sandwich undergo surgery.
I've just removed the parts that experienced excessive nutrient loss and would have impacted
That
digestion.
entire sandwich was a nutrient loss, okay? You cannot give me that for free, and you cannot give that sandwich to me, and you cannot pay me, you cannot give it to me for free, and I would not take it. Like, I would not take it. That sandwich sounded terrible.
I have to admit that when it comes to accepting compliments, I'm not very good in front of you. But I suppose there's a chance for you to teach me in person.
Are you trying to be romantic, Zayne? Are you? Look at me with a meaningful expression. Zayne places the surgery-affected sandwich into my hand. He then pulls out his phone. Surgery-affected sandwich. Nice. Baffled, I lean and watch as Zayne taps on a message notification, opens a new medical team group chat which was created earlier today. Grayson has shared a group photo there where medical staffs, their smile tinged with weariness, hold glass vessels that are visibly cracked. Were these cracked by the energy I couldn't contain when I lost my target?
You overdid it, yes.
Oh, nice to know.
But the medical staff said you're the most surprising hunter they've ever seen.
Why? They don't need to go that far. True. Embarrassed, I sheepishly laugh. I quickly shift my attention to eliminating the sandwich. Before Zayne can speak, his phone abruptly starts ringing. Is it that Carter guy again?
Hello?
Upon hearing the voice on the other end, Zayne freezes. Surprise appears on his face. So probably not the Carter guy.
The patient woke up?
Ooh, okay. Plot twist. How many more chapters do we have to go through until we reach the end of this one? And I can go back to doing Caleb. Because I have to get his materials. When Zayne and Grayson and I arrive at the entrance to the ICU, what is Nurch? A nurse approaches us.
Do you know why he regained consciousness so quickly?
We're not sure. He shouldn't have woken up already. Look at this, Dr. Zayne. All his vital signs are improving.
Zayne and Grayson change into sterile suits and enter the ward. I wait outside.
Can you hear me?
Did I miss out on his dialogue?
Do you remember where we are? Look at my finger.
I really wasn't expecting him to save the patient when they were at death's door.
It's Carter again. Oh wait. Why is my Bluetooth acting up today all of a sudden? Mr. Carter? See, I knew this guy would...
We meet again, miss.
I knew this guy would appear somewhere or the other. However, he greets me with a smile. He raises both of his hands.
Don't get the wrong idea. I wasn't following you. This patient happens to be an important client of Xander Sciences. After hearing about the incident, I decided to pay him a visit.
His voice, does it suit him? Kind of, but I kind of expected a more deeper voice for some reason. But I guess this works as well. You weren't there when he was in critical condition. I don't think he's that important to you.
What do you mean?
He leans against the wall and casually looks at the glass door.
If it weren't for Xander Sciences, his fragile heart would have stopped a long time ago. What we're pursuing is far more stunning and ambitious than these petty solutions.
Is that so? Observing my indifferent reaction, Carter furrows his brow. A hint of disappointment appears on his face.
Aren't you curious about the kind of work we're doing?
Carter, it's a little too late, okay? It should have appeared earlier on in the story. Not. He shakes his head and his usual pretentious smile graces his face again.
It's okay. You'll be interested someday.
I mean, that's a weird confidence, but okay. I don't know. There's something about all like NPCs like look cute to me, so even Carter looks cute to me, but apparently like a lot of people dislike Carter, and I'm like, listen, Carter's kind of cute. He's sus, but literally so is everyone else.
After all, only Xander Sciences can provide answers to the questions about your heart.
Frowning, I suppress the urge to ask more. I redirect my attention back to the ward. Hello, Grayson.
Hey, Dr. Zayne
Nice
wants
to
you
see
inside.
you again. Look at you, cutie. Oh. Why aren't you real, Grayson? You could just be the 6th ally, 7th ally, 8th ally. I would take that. Grayson, you need to be real. Quit hiding behind Dr. Zayne and just step out and embrace being the 6th or 7th or 8th ally, you know. Grayson hurriedly walks out and hands me a sterile suit.
Excuse me, this is the ICU. For the patient's sake, we kindly request that unrelated individuals leave.
Of course, he's got this immaculate voice as well. Having no intentions of paying any more attention to Carter, I change into the sterile suit and enter the room. Man just appeared for 3 seconds and disappeared. Grayson, you will be missed. The man lying down on the bed has his eyes half open. His voice is weak yet infused with tangible excitement.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, that was crazy. That sounded like a crazy weirdo.
All his vital signs appear to be normal. However, under normal circumstances, a person wouldn't recover this quickly.
What is your meticulous mind discerning from this? As Zayne talks, he directs a meaningful look at me. I mean, dude, I don't know, I guess.
More anomalies may occur. Stay on your toes.
Acknowledging his warning, I nod. I move to the bed, introduce myself, and state the purpose of my visit. I then proceed to ask questions. David, you said you're back. Where were you?
It trapped me. I couldn't get out. It was like a nightmare. I couldn't wake up.
I turn on my watch and pull up a picture of mist. When you say it, do you mean this?
Yes. It was that thing. It was inside of me, but it wasn't.
Suddenly, the vital signs monitor starts beeping loudly. The man on the bed begins convulsing. Oh, I didn't even read that part. Okay. Metaflux Zayne. Quickly pull out my gun and send some more intense fluctuation. It surges and engulfs the entire room instantly.
Grayson, transfer the patient to another room and prepare for resuscitation.
Unexpectedly, a rift appears and reveals the shadowy figure of a wanderer. Moving myself to the front of the bed, I point my gun at the wanderer. A second later, it materializes like a phantom in another location.
Hey, behind you.
Evading its slash, I aim my gun at the center of the fluctuation. However, tremor overwhelms my chest. I barely feel any pain, only a dense white fog surges before me. It obscures my vision. The ward dissipates as if my surroundings are transforming into another realm. Last thing I see is Zayne rushing towards me. Am I the one? Am I the victim? Am I the one who's going to be experiencing this now? Could be possible. I guess that's what happens. Zayne, watch out! Oh, we're in big trouble. Feels as though my body is plummeting into a thick fog. This sensation of weightlessness threatens to push my heartbeat out of my chest. Amidst the chaos, I muster all my strength to find something, anything to hold on to. And after what feels like forever, my feet touch solid ground. My surroundings become clear. Oh, what is... sometimes I just don't know how to pronounce things. Never mind. In dim, feeble light, a long corridor appears before me. Its end remains hidden in the mist. Am I at the hospital? No. I feel a faint tremor in my chest. A familiar energy fluctuation surges with the mist. It drags me somewhere. This fluctuation is from an ether core. I'm probably in the Wanderer's protofield. As I stand in the empty space, the sound of approaching footsteps reaches my ears. Turning around, I notice a dark figure. Zayne? An onslaught of sharp crystals materializes around me. They're ready to pierce my heart. The ground beneath me disappears, and I find myself falling into a sense of weightlessness again. As I float in this void, blurred lights and sounds rush past me like an avalanche. Within the boundless darkness, it's as if a pair of hands is gently lifting my tired soul. I struggle to open my eyes. After feeling my steady heartbeat for several seconds, I sit up on the bed.
You're awake.
Yay, I'm awake. By the floor-to-ceiling window stands a figure wearing dark black clothing. He turns around. Behind him are dilapidated buildings and the sunset's tender light. Zayne? The figure takes another step, his appearance nearly overlapping with the dark figure I had seen before. I move back. Yeah, something about this does not seem right. I think this is a bit sus.
How are you feeling?
After hesitating for a moment, I reach out and touch his cheek. I trace his eyebrows in the contours of his face. I recognize the features I know so well. In the silence, he remains motionless. He just looks at me. I am fine. I think I just had a dream. Perhaps it's the influence of the protofield that caused me to have those strange illusions. Shaking my head to clear my thoughts, I shift my focus to the room. The cracked grayish-white walls enclose a space where a sofa, a holographic screen, refrigerator, and various functional home appliances exist in close proximity. It looks like the home of someone who struggles with living a normal life.
Do you remember what happened in the ward?
The wanderer that suddenly appeared, the tremor in my heart, and Zayne running towards me. Memories gradually find their way back into my mind. Are we still in the Wanderer's protofield?
Yes.
Following Zayne's gaze, I get up from the bed and join him in looking out of the window. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what I'm assuming just happened. So it's not only that somehow Zayne saved her, but they're not actually back in reality. They're both trapped in the illusion of the Wanderer, right? At least that's what I'm getting. As the final remnants of twilight vanish, the city stands before us under a light blue sky. Its desolation is evident. This place is a rusted skeleton of its former self. Although it's faint, the energy fluctuations around us are similar to an ether core's. This wanderer's protocore must possess an ether core's energy. But in my dream, it's as if the chill from those ice crystals still lingers in the air. I grip my arms more tightly.
You're awake now. Remember that whatever you dreamt about was only a dream.
A blanket is draped over my shoulders. I reach out, but he walks away before I can touch him. I am not following what's happening though. Either we're still stuck in the Wander's, illusion, and Zayne is somehow with us, like he's found us there, or something else is happening. After opening the jar, he offers a few pieces. Their packaging unexpectedly fancy. I'm not hungry.
According to my perception of time, you've been unconscious for 2 days. If you don't eat or drink something, I'm afraid you won't have the energy to find the Wanderer.
The scent of chocolate saturates the air and ignites my appetite. What if the Wanderer launches a surprise attack while we're resting? Despite my words, I find myself sinking into the worn-out couch. I unwrap the chocolates with Zayne. I look up and my gaze falls upon a bit of vibrant green on a desk. It's a flower pot with a jasmine in it. It sticks out like a sore thumb in this desolate world. While the branches and leaves retain their green hue, the stem has already started to wither. Is it normal to see jasmine in a Wanderer's protofield?
What are you implying?
Patient who was attacked by the Wanderer fell into a nightmare. They were trapped in their own dream. In other words, the environment we're currently seeing in the protofield must also be a manifestation of someone's dream. And I don't remember ever seeing anything here. This is your dream.
Are there any comments you'd like to make about it?
You found that funny for 1 second. I know that. Because that was like dark humor for some reason.
Shouldn't you be saying something like, "Thank goodness it's Zayne's dream. We can still eat chocolate."
Zayne, who's wearing nothing but black clothes, appears somewhat strange. Maybe this is how he sees himself in his dreams.
I have dreamt of this place. However, the jasmine hasn't wilted yet, and the world itself isn't in such a dilapidated state.
Is this the nightmare you've been having then? Zayne is quiet for a while before responding in a soft voice.
Yes.
Don't be scared. Dreams are the opposite of reality. I offer my unwrapped chocolate to his lips. Try it. Who knows, maybe the chocolate in your nightmare doesn't even taste like chocolate. He lowers his head and eats the chocolate.
It's carrot flavored.
Liar. He looks out the window again, where the silhouette of a bird flies across the darkening sky.
Since dreams are the opposite of reality, perhaps I'm not a doctor in this one.
Perhaps you are a foreseer. Perhaps. I think this will go on till 12, maybe. Okay, so I am already at 42 minutes. I'm gonna stop the video here and record from chapter 8 onwards, and we will see each other in the next video. Until then, do take care. This is Nori signing off. Bye!